Good evening. It is Tuesday, September 6th, 16th. Hold on, we have some feedback. Okay. Today's Tuesday, September 16th, 2025, and this is our regular board meeting for the School District of Springfield Township. For those online, we had a technical difficulty logging in. We have now been able to get over that difficulty, so thank you for your patience. I see we do have some attendees online, and for those in the room, thank you for your patience. I'll be brief on my opening comments. Since we last met, we've had every back-to-school night across the buildings with a lot of excitement. Our students are now deep into their lessons. We're nearly halfway through the fall sports schedule, and preparation has already started for our fall and winter arts and music programming. So pretty exciting start to the year. September is always my favorite month. So I hope everyone in the community is doing well. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. The mission of the School District of Springfield Township is to educate and develop all students as learners and citizens who are high-achieving, resilient, and responsible in a changing global community. Let's do roll call. Ms. Green.
Dr. Aberly. Mrs. Bell.
Here.
Mr. DeFranco.
Here.
Mrs. Hubley. Mrs. Hughes. Mr. Jordan.
Here.
Dr. Taratusky.
Here.
Mr. Needleman.
Here.
Mr. Bedard.
Here. Thank you. We had no executive session this evening, so we just have one announcement. The board, at its discretion, may videotape all or any portion of public board meetings, subject to the limitations set forth in Policy 006 meetings. Board meetings will be broadcast on Friday afternoon following each board meeting. I will turn it over to Dr. Yannicone for administrative reports.
Thank you very much. I do want to just notify our tech team that one of our board members, Dr. Aberly, is joining us from the UK. And if you could elevate her to a panelist, I'd appreciate that. She's currently listed as a participant. All right, so welcome back, everyone, to the new school year. As we begin the third week of this year, I want to thank all of our staff for a strong start to the semester. We have held back-to-school nights at all 4 schools. You stole a little of my thunder, where attendance has been excellent and enthusiasm has been evident. Our fall sports seasons are well underway at the high school, and today I had the pleasure of watching a little volleyball before joining you for today's meeting. This is our second season with our new volleyball program. At the middle school, the football, soccer, and field hockey teams are off to a good start as well. Last week, students in all of our schools recognized and remembered the 24th anniversary of the 9/11 attack on our nation. And tomorrow, we will celebrate Constitution Day with a student-made film at the high school, classroom activities at the middle school in Enfield, and the annual very exciting parade at Erdenheim. It should be a terrific day in the district. Tomorrow night, the Office of Support Services will offer a family information night event, School Attendance 101, at 6:30 p.m. And on Friday, the entire district is encouraged to go gold for pediatric cancer awareness by wearing your gold clothing. Next Tuesday, the district's offices will be open, but schools will be closed in honor of Rosh Hashanah. Finally, the middle school project is progressing on schedule, and families have done a terrific job of learning the new arrival and dismissal procedures. Steel is up for both the new auditorium and new main entrance. The main entrance, offices, faculty lunchroom, and cafeteria restrooms are scheduled to be completed in late December. In agenda items, under Human Resources, we have the regular personnel agenda and several contracts with regular vendors to approve their rates for the 25-26 school year. Under Academic Affairs, we have 2 motions. The first is for Newsella, a news story-based platform that aims to help students improve their literacy skills with real-world content in ELA, science, and social studies. The second is an overnight trip for middle school students to Puerto Rico. This will be our first foray into middle school overnight trips at some distance. This approval permits the designated group leaders to distribute information, post flyers, and hold informational sessions for students and families in order to educate them about the trip's purpose, logistics, and associated costs prior to any decision to participate. Under finance, we have 4 motions. The first is a contract for auditing services for the next 3 years. The board will remember we are hiring a new auditor this year. The second is for supplemental transportation services for this year. The third is an authorization for Ms. Green to serve as a signatory on a life insurance policy related to a personnel matter. And finally, we are grateful to Ms. Kathleen O'Boyle and Mr. Daniel Matthews for their donation of $250 to support the district's food service program. I'm happy to introduce our spotlight for this evening under our new district theme, SDST, where values shape vision. All the board members this evening received their shirts that match the shirts that every district employee received on the day of convocation, and we very proudly and happily wear them this year. It's been important for us as a community to reestablish and reaffirm our values, and you'll see that there are 8 core values that we've identified as a team: pride, integrity, excellence, community, growth mindset in our students and staff, equity and inclusion, being student-centered, and working to create opportunities for all students. I want to thank Dr. Rollo Dilworth, Mrs. Amy Benton, Mr. Tyler Gibson, Mr. Isaac Darga, and Dr. Chuck Rittenhouse, who are all here to join us tonight in order to celebrate the creation and performance of a new anthem called Together We Rise. I'm going to work to play this for everyone after Mrs. Benton comes forward to introduce the program, and then I have a little something prior to the performance for the music teachers. All right, Mrs. Benton.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name's Amy Benton, and I am the choral director at Springfield Township High School. My colleague, Tyler Gibson from Erdenheim, and I have been coordinating the choral performances at the annual SDST convocation for the past 4 years. We appreciate Dr. Yannicone's invitation to spotlight this event at tonight's meeting. A few years ago, when Dr. Yannicone approached us about the idea of having a choir perform at the opening convocation, we didn't really know what to expect. The staff had been singing the national anthem for a while, but now we would be bringing kids into the mix. We wondered if anyone would want to give up their hours of precious summer vacation to come to rehearsals. Sure enough, we were able to put together a really nice mix of students in grades 4 through 12, as well as staff members for the first ever convocation choir. During our first performance, we sang I Will Sing by Rosephine Powell, a rousing gospel-style anthem about the power of music and singing. We received many compliments, and it was a highlight of the whole morning. The joy in the room was palpable. We thought, what an amazing way to start our school year with music. The next 2 years, we also sang some uplifting repertoire, such as It Takes a Village and Give Us Hope. Although we were starting to find that choosing a piece of music suited to that many ages, ability levels, and voice parts, while also finding a theme that was appropriate for the occasion, was pretty difficult. We were left wondering what to do next. In August of 2024, about 1 year ago, we floated the idea of a commissioned piece. Tyler and I have both had the pleasure of working with Dr. Rollo Dilworth of Temple University, and there was no other name that came to mind. We immediately thought, what if we asked Dr. Dilworth to write something for us? For those of you who may not live in the choral world like we do, Dr. Dilworth is something of an icon. I myself have been singing his music since I was in high school. Having since met and worked with him, I can say that sometimes meeting your idols is all it's cracked up to be. In addition to being one of the most revered choral composers and conductors in the world, he is also one of the kindest, most humble human beings you could ever meet. Luckily, Dr. Dilworth agreed to this project, and we were elated. We would be premiering a piece written by the legendary Rollo Dilworth. What an incredible opportunity for our students and faculty. We had a Zoom meeting with Dr. Dilworth in August of 2024 to discuss the beginnings of the project that would become Together We Rise, our commissioned piece. We talked about several different approaches to the creation of the work. We ultimately decided upon a collaborative approach where Dr. Dilworth would gather information about our students and community through surveys and in-person workshops. From this information, he would create a piece that was tailored to us for our students, staff, and community. In February of 2025, Dr. Dilworth came to visit our schools, both at the elementary and secondary levels. He led the students through a series of activities and exercises, and their faces said it all. They loved the experience and had such a great time working with him. They told me, "That was so much fun, Mrs. Benton. He was awesome." From these workshops, he was able to get a sense of their abilities, vocal ranges, and what kinds of themes were important to them to be included in the work. In July of 2025, we received the final score of Together We Rise. As we had known he would, Dr. Dilworth truly delivered on his promise to create an anthem that was specifically for us in this Springfield community. We performed the world premiere of Together We Rise on August 28th with over 60 members of our choir, including students in elementary, middle, and high schools, as well as over 20 of our staff members. The Convocation Choir has truly become one of our favorite traditions and ways to begin the school year. What better way to kick things off than with music and an inspirational message? We are especially grateful to Dr. Dilworth for creating this work for us, and we hope to perform it for years to come as an anthem for our community. Please enjoy the recorded performance of the world premiere of Together We Rise. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me mute my computer again. Thank you so much to Mrs. Benton, to all of our music teachers in the room, and to all of our music teachers who worked on this project. One of the things that I really appreciated and I shared at Convocation was that as I watched Dr. Dilworth work with students across our schools, he was able to adapt and challenge, but also make the program really accessible to kids at all different levels, and frankly, to adult singers at all different levels. And I did ask some of our students if they wanted to say a few words. I don't know if you guys would like to come up to the microphone and say a few words about your experience working through this project over the last year. And introduce yourselves, yeah.
It's Isaac Darga. I sang in the choir for the past 4 years. To begin, I wanted to thank Miss Benton, Mr. Gibson, Dr. Yamiko, and of course, everyone else involved to put together the convocation choir. Griffin and I have had the great opportunity of singing in this year's convocation. Personally, I've been singing, as I've said, since freshman year, but I love how it has given me the chance to sing outside of school with all my friends. Not only with my friends, but also with our teachers and showing the whole district what we do in the musical world. Hi, I'm Griffin. This was my first year singing in the choir. I didn't know what to expect, but since doing it, I've reflected on the wonderful experience I gained, the connection I received from it that I didn't really have with choir before. The convocation choir, community love and creation, especially in the song we sang "Together We Rise." I'm sad to the end, but it's a great start of the event and years to come. This year with Together We Rise, in the past years with the songs Home from the Woods, It Takes a Whole Village, Give Us Hope, and I Will Sing. Well, I'm sure you can tell from the titles, but they've all taught me values for life in different ways to appreciate my village. Throughout the years, I've watched our seniors leave and seen new singers and smiles come in. This year is a very special one for me. Music from Dr. Dillon, sang with last year in the piano all-state chorus. For the choir world, he is, like Ms. Benton said, truly an icon, and it was really great singing a piece that he made just for our school. We've all loved singing for the faculty with each other throughout the years, and we are incredibly grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm going to ask our music teachers to come forward. I just have a very little something for you in recognition, all three of you, in recognition of the work that you've done in bringing the convocation choir to life over the last few years. So it's just a framed, this is a framed set of lyrics for the new anthem, which does not replace the alma mater. I just want to make it very clear to the community. It's something a little different. How's that? I thought you guys could hang them in your class. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything you guys have done. Thank you. Nice job. Good. Thank you. All right.
Great work, guys.
All right, and I think, let me go back to my notes. With that, I will conclude my report and turn things back over to you, Ms.
All right, thank you. Great update. I love the theme and the actual composition and Together We Rise. And Isaac, Griffin, I see you guys going home to do homework. Thank you for being here. It was when the performance was being played, I saw both Isaac and Griffin singing along, right? Which is obviously the power of music is to, bring up positive emotion and bring together the community. So awesome work, and thank you for that spotlight. Any comments or questions from the board on the spotlight or superintendent update? All right, thank you, Dr. Yannico. We are now going to move into reports and information, and I'm excited for the first time of this 2026 school year. We will hear from our student representative to the board, Mr. Martinez Cortez.
Thank you so much. First, I will start off with infield. Sorry if I stutter. This September has been a wonderful start to the school year at the building, including welcoming the class of 2038. On September 3rd, they kick off things off with their annual back to school night. Families had the chance to meet teachers, explore classrooms, and get excited about all that's ahead of this year. On September 5th, they came together for the first school-wide assembly of the year. It was a powerful moment to bring everyone together, set a positive tone, and celebrate shared expectations as a school community. They were able to also show their spirit by including a new cheer. On September 12th, they joined in the Fun Dot Day, a school-wide spirit day that encouraged creativity, confidence, and student expression. This building was filled with color and imagination. Then in Orderheim, on Monday, August 25th, Mr. Spector and Ms. Robinson welcomed teachers and staff back to kick off this new school year. In preparation for students' return on September 2nd, staff spent the week getting classrooms ready this year. Their focus remains on building a learning environment that supports every student through care and high expectations. On Wednesday, September 10th, they welcomed our Erdenheim families for back to school night, where they had an opportunity to meet and greet both classroom teachers in their student classrooms with the specialties in the gym. On Thursday, September 11th, they participated in a moment of silence in memory of the events of 9/11. On Wednesday, September 17th, our fourth graders and teachers will hold the annual Constitution Day March, which highlights fourth graders' studies of the United States Constitution along with the amendments. On Thursday, September 18th, we are excited for the return of the Speeder Kids Running Club, one of our after-school activities. On Friday, September 19th, we join all of the SDST as we celebrate Go for Gold, sponsored by the MIP Foundation. Finally, the week of September 22nd marks the rhythm of band, orchestra, and chorus rehearsals for students. We are excited for a wonderful year of music here at the Erdenheim. The week of September 22nd also marks the return of the Science Explorers and Chess Wizards as two additional after-school activities. And then in middle school is off to a great start. Students have completed safety drills and setting into routines. Back to school night was a success. And the first week was full of energy as learning and connections began. The Constitution Project is also making visible progress each day. Student engagement. Advisory groups have begun meeting and focusing on the connection, inclusion, and goal setting. School cultures. Assemblies, including our magazine drive kickoff, have brought students together in fun and spirited ways. Instructional focus. Teachers are implementing engaging lessons that set a strong academic foundation for the year. Positive routines. Students are showing responsibility in transitioning between classes and embracing expectations. They are very proud of how students and staff have started the year, and they are looking forward to build a momentum as they move further into the semester. And then in high school, September has begun a busy and exciting month for the high school, filled with events and activities that help build school spirit and community involvement. Back to school night, the high school hosted a back to school night this past Thursday, giving families a chance to meet teachers, explore classrooms, and learn about the year ahead. And on September 18th, the upcoming activities fair will give students the opportunity to explore clubs, sports, extracurriculars, helping everyone to find their place and get involved. MICU Dreaming Forward, Voices of Education. This year, high school students will have a chance to participate in the MICU Dreaming Forward, Voices of Education, and inspiring opportunity to share their voices and help the future of education. Homecoming kickoff. Plans are underway for the homecoming kickoff, which is designed to encourage school spirit and get everyone excited for the upcoming festivities. Fall sports. Our fall sports season is in full swing, with teams already showing the dedication, teamwork, and school pride. Be sure to come out and support the athletes. And that's it for my report. Thank you.
Excellent job. Thank you for such a comprehensive report. Any comments or questions from the board?
I do have a question. Did you say the incoming class is the class of 2038?
Yes, for for infield.
Okay, now I have a follow-up question. Are you trying to make me feel old? Great report. Thank you.
Well done on your first report. Thank you very much. Okay, next on the agenda, we do have an update from the Multicultural Parents Association, but I don't think we actually have a representative to give an update today, which is fine. We can put you guys on a future agenda. Just want to make sure we don't have anyone online. Okay. We'll revisit on a future agenda. Next up is public comments on agenda items, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Needleman.
Thank you, Mr. Bedard. At this time, we'll take public comment on agenda items. I do not see that anyone who is joining us in person has signed up to speak. So I'm going to ask anyone who is joining us online, if they do want to make a comment on an agenda item, please raise a digital hand and then let us know where you live in the district. I do want to take this opportunity, while giving a minute for digital hands to be raised, to remind everybody we do have a 3-minute time limit on any comment you want to make, and that we will ask that you identify where you live in the district. I don't see any hands raised, and so I think at this time we can move on to other business. Thank you.
Agreeing, no hands raised in the digital world here. We will move into the business for the meeting. First up is an easy one. We have our approval of the treasurer's report. Thank you. I guess it wasn't so easy. Went right past the first item. Our first item is the approval of minutes from our August 19th board meeting. The recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors approves the minutes from the August 19th, 2025 regular meeting of the Board of School Directors. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Minutes are good. Now on to the easy one. Approval of treasurer's report. The recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors approves the August 2025 treasurer's report. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions on the report? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? That will pass. On to human resources, personnel and HR contracts. Our first item is the personnel file per the attached. Recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors approves the following personnel as presented in the attachment: certified personnel, support personnel, temporary personnel, extra pay for extra responsibilities for 25 and 26, and conference and workshop attendance. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Excellent. Any comments or questions on the personnel file? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? Personnel file is good. Next, Humanis Corporation. The recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors approves the addendum to the contract with Humanis Corporation to update Exhibit A referral rates, which will be effective July 1st, 2025. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? I do have one question. This is retroactive to July 1st, 2025. And if you could just provide an explanation on the retroactive nature of the date.
We would have, in theory, had some of these services provided since the start of the school year. Ms. Kara, is there anything else I should add to that?
Great. Okay. Any other comments or questions? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? We're good to move forward with Humanis. Next, Delta T Group Incorporated. Recommended action. The Board of School Directors approves the updated rate sheet with Delta T Group Incorporated to update rates of pay for as needed related service supports effective August 25th, 2025. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, that is good. On to academic affairs. First item is the approval of Nucella. Recommended action, the Board of School Directors approves the renewal agreement with Nucella, a new story-based platform that aims to help students improve their literacy skills with real-world content in English language arts, science, and social studies for grades 3 through 12 in the 2025-26 school year. This carries a cost of $32,308. Is there a motion? Double motion in a second. Thank you. Any comments or questions on Nucella? Excellent. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right, we're good on Nucella. Our first overnight school trip for middle school students. The Board of School Directors, upon recommendation from the Academic Affairs Committee, approves the sharing of information regarding a proposed optional international learning opportunity to Puerto Rico for middle school students scheduled for June 20th to 24th, 2026. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions?
I just had a clarification question. Is this for all grades at the middle school level or just specific class?
I believe we're going to leave it open and see what kind of interest we receive. But families, because this is our first foray into a younger group of students, we'll see if families are open to supporting all of the parameters of the trip.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. And any abstentions? All right, the field trip is open. Moving on to finance, as outlined by Dr. Yannicone, we have some items here. First is Barbicane, Thornton and Company. The Board of School Directors approves Barbicane, Thornton and Company to provide Springfield Township School District with auditing services for fiscal years ending June 30th, 2025, 26, and 27 for a flat rate of $38,000, $40,000, and $42,100 respectively for each of these years. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second.
Second.
Any comments or questions on our new auditing service? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? Okay, we're good to go there. Next, Assist Services LLC. Recommended action. The Board of School Directors approves the agreement with Assist Services LLC to provide supplemental transportation services from September 16th, 2025 to June 30th, 2026 at the rates specified in Appendix A, pricing and fees. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions?
Just asking, is this for a specific student or a group of students, or is this to supplement our transportation in general? Okay,
Yes, the answer is in general.
in general, okay.
Yes.
Other comments or questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? Okay, we're good. Next, American General Life Insurance Company. Recommended action this evening. The Board of School Directors approves Kara A. Green, Business Administrator and Board Secretary, as an authorized signatory for American General Life Insurance Company. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? And sorry to step on you there, Dr. Eberly. I know you are across the pond, so thank you for weighing in. All right, next item, food service donation. The Board of School Directors accepts a donation from Ms. Kathleen O'Boyle and Mr. Daniel Matthews in the amount of $250 to support the district's food service program. Is there a motion? And a second. Thank you. Any comments or questions? I will comment on behalf of the board and just give a big shout out and thank you to Ms. O'Boyle and Mr. Matthews for this incredibly generous donation. With a lot of strain on budgets these days, every dollar counts to help our kids. So it means a lot. So thank you for your donation. Any other comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? Great. We will accept the donation with great thanks. Nothing for this meeting on policy or property. So we'll move right into public comment on non-agenda items. And again, I'll turn it over to Mr. Needleman.
Thank you, Mr. Bedard. At this time, we'll take comment on non-agenda items. I do not see that anyone who is joining us online. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say there was a? Oh, okay. So, I think it's okay if you could just tell us where you live in the township, tell us who you are and how about it?
I didn't want to interrupt your.
No, it's okay. So I'll finish after you make your comment.
Okay.
It's good. You benefit from the fact that we take digital hands, so we take real hands too. You're good.
The drive-through versus in person.
Exactly.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Matt Cohen. I live in Orland with my wife and daughter. She goes to school district here in middle school, 7th grade. I put some thoughts onto paper for efficiency with time, and I didn't want to forget anything. The general topic is just safety and maybe increasing additional safety measures. So I wanted to thank you for your time, school board members, and of course, Dr. Yannicone and all the staff. I'm concerned about school safety as it's a problem nationwide, and unfortunately, a way this concern differs from other issues, it's not a problem or a known problem until it's a problem. Unlike other issues where you can address them over weeks, months, years. So I've had discussions with Dr. Yannicone in the past, and she's always extremely accessible and engaging, and that's wonderful. She has mentioned that, budget is not necessarily an issue. There's, just philosophical issues. There's agreements and just people agreeing on things. And Mr. Chinta has been tapped to look into some of these additional resources. I have watched the school district Safe Schools annual family and community presentation video that's on the district's website. So I wanted to make sure I felt informed, and I think we did a great job there. So I do pay attention to the news locally, nationwide. I feel that we can still do more. Our school staff does yeoman-like work, and we do have some security measures in place, but in my estimation, it's not enough. I fear that on a child's bad day or a staff member's bad day, that can change the lives around them forever. And we have the human resources, the people, the specialists, the empathetic philosophy, which are all good, and we should keep that up. I feel that in today's society, we value guarding banks, jewelry stores, ball games, concerts, sometimes more than our precious commodities, our children. So I think I have more written down, but I think that's the gist. I wanted to mention a couple resources I looked up. And I have discussed this with Dr. Yannicone, and I think that Mr. Chinta is aware of some of these. There's a group called Zero Eyes. They're based in Conshohocken. They do AI detection for weapons, guns, and they work with your existing cameras. It's not a very expensive proposition. They work with lots of schools. It seems like it's not as invasive as metal detectors. A lot of schools go that way. That's not really a theme that our school seems to want to go down.
And I just want to give you a reminder, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Bang on the canvas. All right. So Zero Eyes is an organization in Conshohocken I'd like for us to look into. And Centegix is based in Atlanta, Georgia. They were instrumental in preventing some additional harm and some other school violence. All the staff members would get wearable alert devices. You push a button, it maps where you are, it alerts the authorities. And then my only ask is that in the coming days that the administration and or board gives feedback, looks into this, has some type of comment, plan, even thoughts on what I've said, just so that I know it's alive as far as school safety. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know if other folks who are joining us live have also had the same issue with the sign-in sheet. Let me just say for folks who are joining us online, if you do want to speak, please do raise a digital hand. And at this time, I just want to remind folks who do want to speak, just let us know, as Mr. Cohen did, where you live in the township, and you're subject to the same 3-minute time limit that Mr. Cohen was subject to. Has anyone else who's joining us online had the same issue with the sign-in sheet not being around or not being able to sign in, things like that? If so, could you please raise your hand? All right, I do not see any live hands raised. I'm going to turn now to digital hands. If any folks who are joining us online want to speak, please raise a digital hand. And I don't see any, sir. I do see a live hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Could Come on up, please. Join us at the
My
microphone.
name is Jennifer Murphy. I have two children in the district. I live in Flowertown and I have a seventh grader now and a ninth grader.
Okay.
And I wanted to speak about the drama program. I wanted to know if there could be a meeting with the parents of the drama kids. We had a meeting last week with Mr. Meads, and we were advised that the funds from the ticket sales of the play and the musical would no longer be able to be used for the students in the drama program. And when we asked why, we were told that that was because we needed to align with the high school. But we're a middle school and we're not the high school, whereas our high schoolers can go out and get jobs and earn those funds for things, extra things other than the productions. Our middle schoolers can't do that. One of the big things that we do is go to conference. And I've been to conference, and it is a 3-day workshop all day. These kids learn so much for their productions. They learn so much as far as stage presence, behind the scenes, because, I mean, let's face it, how many of us make it in theater, in movies? This is for school, but it helps their personality and it helps get them out of their shell. It is so beneficial for them. And so conference is such a big thing. Our banquet, our induction ceremony, our Friday fun nights, I do realize all of these are extras, but this is what we've always done. And I was concerned that it was changing now at the beginning of the school year, and the parents didn't know about it. And there wasn't a meeting about it. So we really had no idea. And one of the biggest questions I have is if we are no longer using those ticket sales funds, well, where's that money going that our students signed up for to do these things and are excited about it? And if we're not able to use that money, these kids can't go out to earn it themselves. So I would just like to know if there could be a meeting with the parents to discuss this or to maybe even reverse that decision,
Ms. Murphy,
because these
sorry.
things are just so important.
Interrupt for a second, 30
Oh,
seconds.
sure.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. 30 seconds left.
Oh, sorry. So that's why I wanted to speak tonight. Just because I'm so passionate about the drama program. When we went to conference, they didn't even realize we were a middle school. They thought we were high schoolers, and we were invited to go to Bucks County Playhouse. Our students won awards. It's such a great program, the dedication and the love that these students have. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Does anyone else who is joining us in person wish to speak? I don't see any hands raised. I don't see any digital hands raised either. So I think we can probably close this portion of the meeting out.
Okay. Thank you to the members of the community who shared their comments. We do have a couple of updates on future meetings. We have, wait, that's tonight. Okay. Our next meetings are an interim board meeting that's currently scheduled for Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. That will also be a hybrid meeting as we have tonight. And we have a regular board meeting scheduled for Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. Reminder to anyone that we are still meeting in person right here at the high school library. And it's a great setup. It's cozy and wonderful. So please join us in person if you can make it. We also have future committee dates. We have policy committee meeting on Monday, September 29th, 2025, and that's 5 p.m. virtual only. Academic Affairs Committee will meet Monday, October 6th, 2025 at 4 p.m. Also virtual only. Finance Committee, Thursday, October 16th, 2025, 8 a.m. That's virtual. And Property Committee, Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025, also 8 a.m. virtual. You can find meeting date details and registration information on the district website at any time. Want to open it up to any board members for comments or any closing questions for Dr. Yannicko?
Can I,
Please.
sorry, can I put in a quick plug for committee meetings and then also turn things over to Dr. Yannicko? Because we have members of the public who are joining us here, I wanted to say this, and I've said this spiel before, but committee meetings are where I know it looks like this was just a kind of a rote sort of unanimous thing that we did tonight, but committee meetings are really where the push and pull happens. That's where a lot of the debate is. That's where a lot of the questions are raised, and that's where a lot of the work is done. So I encourage members of the public to attend the committee meetings because they go on for hours sometimes. And that's as much as we might like them not to go on that long, that we do go on that long sometimes. So I just wanted to make that note because we do have folks joining us from the community tonight. So thank you. And with that, I'll turn things over to Dr. Yannicko, unless other members of the board, certainly don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Yeah,
especially now.
I do, but I want to open it up for anyone else. Comments? Great. Want to reiterate what Mr. Needleman said. These meetings are great. They do go on for hours, but it's usually Academic Affairs Committee that goes on for hours. So just pro tip, finance, we usually get done in an hour and a half, right? Yeah. Please do join us. I actually want to take the opportunity to comment on both of the public comments, which I don't typically do, but I do know that there is a focus in the district on both supporting the arts and drama. And so your comments are well taken. And certainly I trust that the administration is going to hear out any questions that come from parents related to that. And then school safety, I think anytime that's brought up in public forum, we should take a pause and just make sure that everyone recognizes that school safety is on par with education when it comes to the responsibilities of the school, our administration, and what we believe as a board needs to happen. It's a non-negotiable that we need to be paying attention to and caring for school safety. I can assure the public that we do meet on an annual basis to review all the practices and policies, incident reports, and activities. That's not only required legally, it's something that we really dig into as a board to make sure the administration is up on all the latest and greatest and has a strong point of view. We will not always, as a board, agree on the implementation of any particular tactical thing that might be either the flavor of the day or new technology. That doesn't mean we're not going to look at them and ask the administration continue to be vigilant with school safety. It's just so critically important. So just when you say school safety out loud, I want to make sure that the public knows that it's a critically important topic for all of us. That's it for me. Dr. Yannicko.
Okay, I'll just say thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cohen. I know we've had a lot of conversations over the years, and I appreciate your advocacy for student safety and for school safety in general. And for Mrs. Murphy, it's nice to see you. And I'll be happy to pass on your request for a parent meeting to our middle school administrators and to Dr. Johnston. I know they are working to schedule a meeting with Mr. Meads to try to continue the dialogue around the financing within Board Policy 915. And so we'll continue to take a look at that. And we absolutely, as you are committed to continuing to have a strong theater program at the middle school as well as at the high school. So looking forward to it. And I'll make sure they get in touch with you shortly. You've got it. And with that, I'll just say Happy Constitution Day. And let's keep supporting the Constitution. I'll leave it right there.
All right, we'll see everyone in October or at the committee meetings. We're adjourned.